Ava Lavinia Gardner, born on December 24, 1922, and died on January 25, 1990, was an American actress and singer. She first signed a contract with Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer in 1941 and appeared mainly in small roles until she drew critics' attention in 1946 with her performance in Robert Siodmak's film noir The Killers. Gardner was visiting her sister Beatrice in New York City in the summer of 1940 when Beatrice's husband Larry Tarr, a professional photographer, offered to take her portrait as a gift for her mother Molly. He was so pleased with the results that he displayed the finished product in the front window of his Tarr Photography Studio on 5th Avenue. These are my top 10 movies for Ava Gardner. At number 10. 55 Days at Peking, 1963. This historical epic dramatizes the Battle of Peking, a turning point of the Boxer Rebellion in China in 1900. When Dowager Empress Cixi, Flora Robson, orders the Boxers, a group of Chinese secret societies, to massacre foreigners within China, a group of ambassadors, their families, and staff hole up in a diplomatic compound. Major Matt Lewis of the United States Marine Corps, Charlton Heston, leads the defense while romancing Russian Baroness Natalie Ivanov, Ava Gardner. At number 9. Bhowani Junction, 1956. Victoria Jones, Ava Gardner, is a half-Indian, half-British woman living in India on the verge of its independence. She is torn between her Indian and her British heritage, just as she is torn between two men. One, Patrick Taylor, Bill Travers, is her childhood sweetheart and fellow Anglo-Indian, while the other is Colonel Rodney Savage, Stuart Granger, a British officer assigned to stop demonstrators from preventing the trains from departing the local station on time. At number 8. Show Boat, 1951. When it comes to music on the Mississippi River, the Cotton Blossom Show Boat is the place to go. When musical main attraction Julia Laverne, Ava Gardner, and her husband are suddenly forced to leave the show, Cotton Blossom owner Andy Hawks, Joe E. Brown, own daughter, Magnolia, Katherine Grayson, takes center stage. She soon falls madly in love with roguish gambler Gaylord Ravenel, Howard Keel, and the two leave the Cotton Blossom on a honeymoon, only to enter into a tumultuous marriage. At number 7. On the Beach, 1959. After World War III, Australia is the only remaining haven for mankind. However, wind currents carrying lingering radiation all but condemn those on the continent to the same fate suffered by the rest of the world. When the survivors receive a strange signal from San Diego, Commander Dwight Towers, Gregory Peck, must undertake a mission with Lieutenant Peter Holmes, Anthony Perkins, to see if there is hope for humanity, leaving behind Maura, Ava Gardner, and Mary, Donna Anderson, the women they love. At number 6. The Snows of Kilimanjaro, 1952. The life of celebrated American writer Harry Street, Gregory Peck, flashes back before his eyes as he lies dying from a wound suffered at the foot of Tanzania's Mount Kilimanjaro. As he is tended to by his traveling companion, Helen, Susan Hayward, he recalls many things: his first wife and Paris literary inspiration, Cynthia Green, Ava Gardner, his second wife, Countess Liz, Hildegard Neff, and his formative years with Uncle Bill, Leo G. Carroll. At number 5. The Night of the Iguana, 1964. Lusty defrocked Minister Lawrence Shannon, Richard Burton, is a tour guide in Mexico. Leading a tourist group from a Baptist women's college, he finds it difficult to avoid acting on his attraction to Charlotte, Sue Lyon, the young niece of the group's leader, Judith Fellows, Grayson Hall. When Fellows swears to ruin him, Shannon strands the bus at a hotel to seek advice from the manager, an old friend. Over the course of one night, the alcoholic Shannon spirals out of control. At number 4. Pandora and the Flying Dutchman, 1951. The beautiful Pandora Reynolds has a great many admirers. The men in her life will seemingly do anything for her. 1. Race car driver Stephen Cameron gladly sends his car over a cliff to prove his love, but Pandora isn't enamored with any of them. The arrival of Hendrik van der Zee intrigues her, however. He's a strange man who keeps mostly to himself. Pandora soon learns that he is the legendary Flying Dutchman who, every 7 years, gets to live among mortals searching for the woman who would love him and be prepared to die for him, thus relieving from his burden of an eternal life of loneliness. At number 3. The Killers, 1946. Two hit men walk into a diner asking for a man called the Swede, Burt Lancaster. When the killers find the Swede, he's expecting them and doesn't put up a fight. Since the Swede had a life insurance policy, an investigator, Edmund O'Brien, on a hunch, decides to look into the murder. As the Swede's past is laid bare, it comes to light that he was in love with a beautiful woman, Ava Gardner, who may have lured him into pulling off a bank robbery overseen by another man, Albert Decker. At number 2. The Barefoot Contessa, 1954. Washed-up film director Harry Dawes, Humphrey Bogart, gets a second chance at stardom when he discovers stunning peasant Maria Vargas, Ava Gardner, dancing in a nightclub in Madrid, Spain. Goaded by his producer, strong-arming Wall Street financier Kirk Edwards, Warren Stevens, Harry convinces her to screen test for and then star in his next big picture. But as Edwards' possessive nature and the realities of stardom weigh on Maria, she seeks a genuine lover with whom she can escape. At number 1. Magambo, 1953. Victor Marswell, Clark Gable, is a big game hunter in Kenya. After Eloise Kelly, Ava Gardner, is stood up by a friend there, she falls in with Marswell. Shortly thereafter, the Nordleys, Grace Kelly, Donald Sinden, arrive for a guerrilla safari. Mrs. Nordley, disillusioned with her husband, takes a liking to Marswell, and the two have a brief affair. Kelly grows jealous, and the two women engage in a battle of wills over the hunter, while Mr. Nordley remains oblivious to it all.
Thanks again for watching this video. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and of course, we'll see you again next time.